Hello, everybody. I am Babs Hogan, host of Cheese Hangouts, and today is our very first day for interviews. And I have a very special guest and a friend, Vero Kherian. How do you pronounce your last name?
Kherian.
Kherian. Okay. She's known as Miss Cheesemonger. She's a food blogger in the San Francisco, California area. And we're going to have a little talk about what she does. So let's get started with, how did you and cheese actually connect?
Well, first off, thank you so much for doing this, Babs. I really appreciate you giving the cheese people another avenue to connect with each other and with cheese eaters. So thank you.
Yes.
But when it comes to me and cheese, I guess I've always loved cheese on some level since I was a kid. When I was young, the first thing I learned how to cook was macaroni and cheese. I'm still almost the only person in my family who eats cheese. But I started writing, yes. I started writing about it, though, in 2009. I had just graduated from grad school into the Great Recession and burnt out from school and the job search. I was just hunting around on Craigslist and found a job posting for a cheese shop near me. And I thought, what the heck? Yeah, why not? Just do it. So I applied. I interviewed for that. I got the job. And the night before I started the job, I thought, I should maybe write about this. I might learn something interesting, and I've always loved writing, and so it would be another avenue for me to just keep writing. So I started Miss Cheesemonger, named it Miss Cheesemonger on a whim, and then we started writing the same day I started the job, and
Wow.
it was, yeah, it was not meant to be my job. It was meant to document everything I was learning at the shop, which ended up being a lot more than I thought it was going to be, and a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. So after I stayed for a year in that job, my husband and I moved up to the Bay Area, where there are tons of cheesemakers, just crossed the Golden Gate over there, and I thought, wow, this is great. I have like way more material up here, way more cheese people, cheese friends, and cheese eaters to connect with, and so I just kept on writing. And about 2 years ago, I had been actually practicing law in San Francisco for 2 years before that, and I thought, this law thing is not working out for me. I prefer cheese and writing, so I stopped practicing law just to focus on Miss Cheesemonger, and I've been doing that ever since.
Wow, that's a great story.
Yeah.
So what?
Guess so.
Pardon me?
Oh, nothing.
What do you want to achieve with your blog? And tell me kind of what surprises you about the experience.
Oh, let's see. Well, when I first started working in cheese, what surprised me was how creative all of the cheesemongers and makers and everyone involved in the cheese world was. I mean, I've met so many interesting people with so many diverse interests. Like it's really astounding. It's almost like cheese is a great refuge for creative souls, and so I've really come to appreciate that. Even in the Bay Area, I've met musicians and singers and I guess hippies who they all are joined by cheese, and I think that's a wonderful testament to the appeal of cheese. So I keep that in mind as I write. But as I'm building the blog, I always want to show cheese in its most beautiful light. I'm very deeply inspired by the great masters in the art world, like Van Gogh and Rembrandt, and great painters and visual artists like photographers. And I always try and kind of elevate cheese to that level. I don't know if I ever get there, but I want to make cheese great and beautiful and elegant and dramatic and make it really evoke some emotion from my readers when I'm showing it. So beautiful cheese in a beautiful setting is one of the main tenets of my blog. I try and show cheese in a context that's a little beyond the everyday, because I'm trying to show that it's really like on a little cheese pedestal. I really try and make it its best whenever I'm sharing something on the blog. So beautiful cheese in a beautiful setting, and so that's really it.
Well, I looked on your website recently because I knew that you and I were going to be talking, and I had explored your website before, but I took a close look at the photographs of the cheeses, and I think they are so stunning. You do such a good job on that.
Oh, thank you.
And, you know, at some point my book will come out, and the cat's going to just stroll across here. Go ahead. And
Oh, I love that.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Oh, photograph?
Book. Yes, the book. So at some point I'm going to have a book out, and I sure would love to use some of your photographs. They're just perfect. I can't believe how pretty they are. So if for those people that are watching and you love beautiful cheese and beautiful photographs, I encourage you to go to MissCheesemonger.com and take a look.
Thank you.
So I'm going to the American Cheese Society conference in Des Moines, and I'm sorry to hear that you will not be there. Hopefully you will be there in the next one, or at the next one, and I certainly hope that you and I will keep in touch, because let me tell you something, Vero. This door is open for people just like you. If you have a message, service, an event, anything new you want to talk about, the door is always open.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Definitely. Likewise with you as your book comes out.
well, thank you. Thank you. In fact, at some point I will be in your area on a speaker's tour, and so we'll definitely meet, and we'll have a little chat. Speaking of chat, I noticed on your website that you have a lot of dialogue, and you call them cheese chats.
Oh.
Do you do that often?
Whenever people have questions, I like to answer them. I always try and respond to comments on my website or on Facebook, just to be a conduit for cheese knowledge or information.
Very good. Well, I tell you what, I'm devoting this Cheese Hangouts to information and for promotion. But now I'm going to add a third category, and that is entertainment, because I believe that what you offer is, to a great degree, entertainment because of its stunning beauty.
Oh, awesome.
Man. Okay, well, I think we're all tied up here. Thank you so much for being the very first cheesemonger and cheese professional to be interviewed. You've launched the program. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that.
Okay, take care.
Sure. Bye.
Bye-bye.